guys, back with basically fuck, I don't know, continuation anyway. Pretty much everything's set up. Still not perfect, still got a lot of tweaking to do. But yeah, I'm not sure how many parts this will be continuation of. I've been trying to upload them in about 4 minutes a piece. It's just easier to upload, there's no problems, and it's quicker too. So most of it's not going to be in high def. You know, of course, close-ups that I do of the tank and stuff like that I'll keep in high def, but the rest of it, just, you know, there's no point of it being in high definition if I'm just gonna fucking rant or what have you, but like I am now. Anyway, so yeah, everything's pretty much kind of set up more or less. What we got, like I said, I got minor tweaking. I mean, you know, power cords are out here just so I can see that everything's gonna work, no leaks. I got my plumbing done more or less. But as you can tell, or maybe hear, there's some noise going on, and that's part of the tweaking process. This 55 cleaned up pretty nice. I cured the rock in here for a couple weeks with just the filters on it. It wasn't you know, connected to the rest of the system. It was just running it by itself. Got the overflows, which are the Life Reef overflows. They do have some noise action going on, so you're gonna have to put some kind of standpipe on there. This one's not too bad right now because I got airline tubing going down in there, but that's a mess and ugly looking. So that's just some minor tweaking. Still got the aqua clears on here just for the time being. But yeah, this tank is doing okay. Some of the clippers survived. Still got a lot of other die-offs. There's a sponge right there that's kind of dying off. Looks like a quail's egg right now, but yeah, some of the stuff is dying off, but smell's gone, which is good. And as you can see, you got some diatom bloom happening, so you know, all part of it. But some's doing good. I put some rubble rock in here for the damsel, which I think is still in there. I'm not sure. Not sure if Rutger right there chowing down or not, but yeah, as you can see, I got some noise happening, more or less. It's not too bad after, as soon as I change the sock, there's you know, a lot of noise from this flow going down, because the way the plumbing is, I got to do a T and then coming straight down, you know, a little bit below the surface. It was way noisier before. You know, I didn't put a ball valve on here. This is the first time I've hard plumbed a tank, so yeah, next time I do one, it'll be a lot different, but actual coral tank's doing good. Close the door so there's not a tremendous amount of glare. Corals are really opening up, as you can see. Moved a little bit of stuff around again. Still not the permanent spot area for everything. You know, still trying to tweak on everything to see how much more rock I can put in here. But at least the corals are all starting to open up pretty well. As you can see, so starting to settle in pretty nicely. Still got a little, you can see some cyano here and there, but you know, for the most part, clam. Look how much that clam has grown. I don't know if you guys remember. You can go back and see when I put the clam in here. He was teeny tiny, maybe 2 inches, but He's it's pretty good size now. But yeah, we got some things moving around in here. Extensions are good on the SPS's. Bird's nest, you know, Monty caps are coloring up off of everything that's broke. Still got bubble algae, as you can see, which I'll be rectifying that shortly or soon. Had to move the MP10, so now they're both basically on the outer portions and tuned down. I'll be tuning them back up again after I take these off, the clears off. But yeah, I just wanted to do a kind of a quickie saying everything's hooked up, everything's hard plumbed. Good thing is I only had one leak, and that's because I forgot to glue that T right there. So there was a small minor leak right here, but I fixed it. I just put glue on it. That was the only piece I forgot to glue, but everywhere else, you know, got life reef overflow on this side. So got some tubage going down. Oops. In there in the trim. Sounds the noise a little bit more. These life reef overflows, they're basically like the eShops overflows that you can get for like $65 or so like that, but way thicker acrylic, way better built, way more sturdier. Hard plumb it right in. It comes with, you know, other hookups, so you don't have to hard plumb it, but I was hard plumbing it, so I had to tweak a little. But as you can see, basically there, 45 goes down, another 45, and then straight over, straight shot onto that side. Same on this side. Goes down, goes into, basically goes off. It's threaded there, it's threaded on the other side, so if I need to take it apart I can. 45 down, 45 into another one, and then straight over. So yeah, this thing was really noisy when I first set it up, so I had to do a lot of tweaking just to get it tolerable before I can start really tweaking on it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna, you know, splice that, put ball valves in there so I can slow down the flow just a little bit coming into the sock. So we'll slow it down a little bit. But yeah, this is the pump to one of the reactors. It always comes off of here. So yeah, got that pump on there. It goes into this old ass reactor I got so many years ago. Got some ROFOS flowing through there, which needs to be replaced because that's probably at least 2-3 months old. It was running on the 120. This is the way the canister filter, like I said I was going to set it up. Basically goes down in there, up, down, around, in the back, and then under this cabinet there. So that's mainly why I threw it down here, because it's got the UV. And then the return comes back. Focus. Return comes back and goes into the refugium over here, and then flows over the slits, and then returns up. That's a quiet one. 3000, I believe. It's 1 inch. Goes into there. It's threaded, so I can take it apart. Continues 1 inch there. 3/4 inch restrictor. Back in there. Tees up. Goes there, and then it's got the elbow 3/4 inch to 1/2 inch restrictor, and then up into the U-tube for the return. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, all this plumbing was, well, including the glue and a handy dandy PVC cutter, which I think is still over here. Yeah. One of these things makes cuts a lot cleaner, easier. It's $9, so between that, all the plumbing, glue. I still got a lot of plumbing left over because I bought a bunch of extra because I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to do it. But this big plumbing bucket that I still got left over. But yeah, it was I think $22 and change for all the plumbing, glue, cutter, all that stuff. So pretty cheap considering everything else in the hobby. But yeah, so that's that. Like I said, it's up, it's running, everything is glued, no leaks, no rounders, no drips, no errors. Little top off set up. Goes down on the back there. Basically got my trash cans on this end. This is fresh water, that's for top off, and that's your mixing station for salt. So, and plug going straight down in there. So yeah, as far as tweaking goes, I gotta tweak it on it to silence it a little bit more so that I'm happy and it's quiet. You can actually sit out here without having to hear Niagara Falls. Yeah, so that's where it's at on that point. If I do an update, it'll pretty much be, you know, the way that's going to be completely, you know, aquascaped and everything to where I like it. That the corals are happy. Right now they're digging happiness. Water's crystal clear. Gotta say, I mean, even though this canister filter, the UV is kind of hit and miss, it's not in a direct inline path going back to both tanks, which means all the water goes through the UV. It's just basically whatever's in the sump is getting filtered out, you know, a portion of it going through the UV, and mainly just so I can have a return in there so that sump actually, or the refugium actually works like it's supposed to. So, yeah, I got my skimmer. Skimmer's working great. Yeah, so what I'm going to be doing, I wasn't going to set up the other Aqualumination, but changed plans, and now I am. So I'm going to transfer the Nano, basically what the Nano is now, which is an Anemone Zoo clown tank. That's what this is gonna be. I'm just gonna transfer it over there and redo the Nano and something else. Seeing as how that, you know, they're fairly simple, a lot simpler than I thought they were gonna be and heard about. But yeah, so I'll be redoing the Nano with a different flavor and transferring everything into that Nano into this tank, into the 55. So right now all it's on here is the Double Bright Marine Land, just so that the Chloropa's got something to get some light and grow out on. You know, a lot of people don't like Chloropa. I wasn't really a fan of it, and I got it by accident, so started using it, and it's great. I mean, it's kind of like a bonsai tree. I mean, you can let it go crazy and trim it to how you'd like, you know, wherever it goes. I'll probably do an update on the Nano before I break it down, just to show you how it grew. I mean, it grew from one side of the tank along the back where it's got roots, and then spread up on the other rock, so I got basically a lagoonal looking Nano tank, which ended up being pretty cool. So yeah, Chloropa, pretty cool. You can trim that down, scape it to however you like. You know, it's great, and not to mention the fucking Tang loves that shit. So free food. So yeah, that's what's going on at this point. Probably gonna clear this out. Take all that rubble rock, put it in here when I, you know, finally aquascape this the way I like it. It's basically gonna be 3 islands. You know, it's kind of the way I was going. You know, I'm gonna separate it a little bit in the middle, because I want the Anemone to try and pretty much stay in the middle like it is in the other tank, and the clowns can have that, and whatever other fish I decide to throw in here. Yeah, that's where it's gonna be. There's not gonna be too much more in there besides, you know, an Anemone. If I want to throw another one in there, or 2 more in there, and then Zoes. That's basically it. So this is gonna be just a easy you know, Zoe anemone, clown tank, and you know, whatever. I might put some workers type fish in there to keep down on algae, you know, maybe a blenny again. That way, no expensive corals in there, and then this will be mainly LPS, SPS dominant. Yeah. I might even throw that toadstool over in there, but I'm not sure yet. It's just options, you know, like having options. So that's where it's at on this update. Thanks for watching, and that's the plans.